Today we're going to be talking about my physical fall TBR. It's the end of September and I really want to talk about what books I'm going to be reading this fall. Twilight. So I want to say I got this set of books, the entire set, for all 4 books for $2 at the thrift store in literally perfect condition. My only complaint is that I hate hardback books. I hate hardback books so much. They bother me. So this is, if you ever see me reading a hardback book, this is how you're gonna see me. You're gonna see me taking this off and I will be reading it like this. This is how I will read the book. This will be cast to the side. I hate this. Like, it's so flimsy and you saw how easy it was. It just comes off so easily. So like, I can't like curl up in bed and like read my hardback book because this will be crinkling everywhere. That's besides the point though. I'm reading Twilight right now and I have a few things to say. I love the Twilight movies, and as you know, it's kind of like cult classic. However, you usually pick like Team Jacob, Team Edward, right? And I am so Team Jacob in the movies. I love Jacob. I love the vibes. I know he's a little freak at the end. I know he's a little freak, okay? Don't care. I love Jacob. I literally have a Team Jacob sticker on my car. Obsessed. However, while reading this book, I realized whoever wrote the screenplay or made the movie, like directed it, why does Edward have no personality in the movie? Why does Edward he's literally just, his job is just sit there and look pretty. No personality. But in the book, I'm Team Edward all the way. I love book Edward. He's so funny. He's so like dark, mysterious main male character. Like, I'm literally obsessed with Edward in this book. So I think my final decision is gonna be Team Movie Jacob, Team Book Edward, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this book. I've been reading it a lot. It's really, really good. It's honestly better than the movies because the characters have personality. Except for Bella. I think she just was like meant to be written with no personality. Because in the book, like, she's like, and that's all she does. That's literally how it is in the movie and the book. Like, they did a really good job, I guess is what I should say. So the next in the series is New Moon, and I'm very excited to read this one because this is where we get the depressed Bella. And I'm obsessed. Not with depression, but like with her. I love the vibes. And then the next in the series is Eclipse, and then we have Breaking Dawn Part 1 and Part 2. But they're in the books, they're like all together, as you know. And I'm really excited for this one because, you know, in the movie how it plays out where it's like that whole, like, if you haven't seen the movie, close your ears and eyes. But like, you know how in the movie, like, it plays out that scene where they're like battling the older vampires, and they're like battling, and they like fake you out and they make you think that like all these people died, but like that didn't actually happen. I'm really interested to see how she writes that in the book and how that comes together, you know? Like, I want to be faked out by this book. I hate hardback books so much. I hate them. Anyways, I don't know what order I'm going to be reading this in, but I want to talk about them. These are the 4 books that I plan to read this fall. I love like mixing it up. If I read a romance, I have to, after I finish the romance, I have to stop and I have to read something like life-changing or like a little historical fiction. And then after I read that, I have to read like a mystery. And then after that, I have to read like a fantasy. And that's like kind of the cycle that I go through. The first one I want to talk about is Wayward by Amelia Hart. It's about like these 3 different ladies and like their stories, but they're each set in different times. So one of them lives in 2019, one lives in 1619, and one lives in 1942. So like literally different centuries, but it kind of like weaves their story together, and they're all witches, which is fun, and it's so like fall core. Like, that is so October. I wanted you to know I bought this last November. I bought this book last November, still haven't picked it up. But yeah, I'm so excited to read this book. I've heard a lot of good things about it. Like, I'm just really excited. Okay, this book I'm also really excited about. It's by Sue Monk Kidd. It's The Invention of Wings, and I have heard so much about this book. It follows 2 girls and like becoming themselves, female empowerment. It's set during like women's suffrage, I believe. This book, again, I want you to know it was $17, and I got it for 50 cents at the thrift store in perfect condition. If you're not thrifting your books, you're doing it wrong, okay? Barnes & Noble will charge you $20 for a book this small, and you can get it at the thrift store for 50 cents. I literally found a completed series of like brand new books at the thrift store, and it was $1 because it was 50 and 50. So I'm just saying, thrift stores are the way to go to get books. Also, this is by Penguin Publishing, and I know they publish the best books, so very excited for this read. And also, the reason I picked this for my fall TBR is because it's just giving fall. Hello, it's pumpkin orange. Okay, this book, I'm nervous. Didn't know there is a movie, it literally says Netflix film, but there's a movie based on this book with Tom Holland and Robert Pattinson, and I've heard it's very like powerful, like it's very weird and creepy and scary. And so I was like, okay, this is the perfect book. I need a little read that's like scary and spooky for fall. So I am very interested. They said that this is for fans of No Country for Old Men, which I love that movie. I love that movie. It kind of has the same vibe of like, I don't know how to describe it, like a thriller, but like it, instead of like the characters like meant to be like scary, they're not like scary how you would think, like horror wise. They're just like really like disturbed people. I don't know how to describe it, but I really liked that movie. So I'm like, if it's literally says if you're a fan of that movie, this is the book for you. So I'm very excited, and I just think it gives like those spooky vibes, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm very excited. I haven't seen the movie. I don't think I'll watch it after because I get scared easily when watching movies. Like a physical like viewing of something is more scary to me than a book. So yeah, I'm very, very excited for this. Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. As I said, I need like that cycle, right? So we have fantasy, we have powerful story, we have a little thriller, and now we have a romance. This book I've heard so many people rave about, and I actually spent like $8 extra getting this cover of the book because I wanted this one. This one is so much cuter than the other one. One of my favorite booktube girls, she does like reform content about books, and she has said so many times that this is her favorite book, and it just seems so cute. And it's about like a doctor and another doctor, and they're like how their lives meet. I'm very excited to read this book just because I've heard so many good things about it, and yeah, I really like the cover. I'm so hyped to read this. I'll probably end up reading this one first because I'm just so excited to read it. Okay, I want to point out, I just finished reading Twilight today, and it was so good. I gave it a 5-star rating. I'm so surprised I've never read it before because it was so good. Like, I can't wait for the next one. In the book, Edward is... Anyways, that being said, I know on my fall TBR, I had a list of books that I was ready to read, okay? But the unexpected happened. My boyfriend got me a boo basket, and in the boo basket, he put this book. It's orange, but it's so cute because it's like pumpkin colored. It's like pumpkin, okay? And I just watched a Destiny Sidwell video where she like raved about this book. And I was like, I think I'm gonna get a little sidetracked and I'm going to read this book before I read the second book in the Twilight series. So that's what I'm gonna do. This book though, I literally am on page 7 and I like it. I like it already. It's 4 a.m. again, and we're sitting in my car reading before I go to work. But I just have to say, I'm holding it upside down. I just have to say, I love like the vibes between the two main characters already. Like, the girl is very, I hate to say ditzy, but like she's a little ditzy, but like in a cutesy way. And he is very like, I just don't care. Like, he's kind of like grumpy, but like he's really sweet too. So like I don't know, but I really like the characters and like how they interact. And also, this is apparently the second book in a series by Elsie Silver. Didn't know that. But I never read the first book, which was Wild Love. But I bought it for my sister for her birthday. So I think I might have to borrow hers after. So I'm just gonna read them out of order. But like they have interconnected characters, but like I'm not really missing that much. if that makes sense. But I'm gonna keep reading before I go into work, and I will update you. Okay, I had a really bad day at work today. Really bad. I literally sliced my finger, don't know how it happened. I like looked down and my finger was just bleeding everywhere. That being said, I did what any reasonable, the radio's on. I did what a reasonable person would do. And I went to Target. I got my comfort food of the week, which it like changes every week. Rigatoni. Literally obsessed. I don't have time or energy to make this. Also, this is another reason my day is so bad. You know what this is? This is vanilla syrup, and I spilled it all over myself. So I'm sticky. Anyways, and while I was there, I may have gotten a little sidetracked. So I had heard someone talking about this Frenchie, which is Ashley Tisdale's brand, like Frenchie, like stick, and it helps like soothe like your muscles right here, like people with tension right here. I am a barista. I work at a coffee shop, so I am like the queen of having tension right here. I'm like hunched over all day making drinks, and so you're supposed to like rub this on, and like it's supposed to help, and it smells so good. And then I was like, okay, but if it smells good, I might as well get the matching hair body linen mist, right? So I got the matching hair body linen mist, and then I was like, I might as well go all in and just get the matching set. And so I go on perfume oil, okay? There's people walking by my car right now. This is really embarrassing. This, I got this, and I got this. So I got the whole set. This is not related to books at all. I just wanted to say that I'm so excited to use these, and I will be telling you how they work because I was influenced by YouTube to buy these. So that being said, let's go home because I'm so tired and I want to take a shower. Literally for the last half hour, I've been reorganizing this to be, let me just show you. Okay, so I rainbow organized it. So we have red, orange, orangey yellow, yellow, green, bluish green, blue, light blue, dark blue, purple, pinky, light pink, white, white, black. And that, it looks so good. Anyways, while I was doing that, I have been listening to an audiobook, and I just have to say, let me get some things out here. I never thought I'd be one to listen to an audiobook because I am like a visual learner. I'm not really like an auditory person. I can't like, I don't know, I just can't comprehend things. But I finally downloaded Audible because I was like, you know what? This is the vibe. The vibe is Audible. I have so many like close friends who use Audible, and I was like, if they're able to do it, I can do it. So as I'm currently reading Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver, I wanted to continue reading the Twilight series. So I am listening to an audiobook of New Moon. And I don't know, I'm kind of like it. Like, it's like, I kind of feel like I can't do much while listening to it, because if I'm like doing something else, like typing something or doing school, like obviously I can't do both things at once. But like organizing this, I was able to listen to the audiobook the whole time because I was literally not focused on anything but the audiobook. Or like if I'm going on a walk, I think I'll be able to do it. Or like if I'm on a road trip or I'm like driving somewhere that's like 30 minutes away, I'll be able to put on the audiobook. So that being said, I'm still thinking, I'm in the 1 month free trial of Audible. I don't know if I'm going to keep the subscription because it's $15.99 a month, and you get like the books that come with Audible, and I like don't really know how many there are. But other than that, you get 1 free credit a month for like a free Audible book. So like you're basically paying $15.99 for 1 book a month, but you can also read like the free books. So it's kind of confusing. I'm just gonna go with it and see if I like it this upcoming month, and like if I enjoy it, I will probably keep the subscription, but if not, I'm probably gonna get rid of it. I'll just have to see what my real review is on that. But yeah, I'm very happy with how this turned out. I need to do some schoolwork. I'm still listening to chapter 1 of Twilight, or of New Moon. So I'm gonna try and get a couple chapters in. And yeah. Also, I love Wild Eyes, by the way. Obsessed. It's kind of weird for me too because I never read 2 books at once, but technically I'm not reading 2 books at once. I'm listening to one and reading another. Okay, it is 7:30 p.m. I read a lot of this book. I'm 170 pages in. It's so good. So good. I feel like I really like the characters. Like, I'm finding myself like just like smiling at their banter, and like they're just like funny and their little jokes, and the girl's really sweet and the guy's really silly. I don't know, I just really like the characters. Like, I feel like for me to like really immerse myself into a romance, I have to like the characters and feel like I'm watching a movie or I'm like in it with them. And you know what it's giving? You know what the main character is giving? I just thought of this. If you've ever seen the movie Sweet Home Alabama with Reese Witherspoon, the guy in the movie that she ends up falling for, he's literally the main character in this book. This isn't the only book I read today, but I'm reading 2 books at once, which is like literally something I've never done since like elementary school. Maybe I used to like read like a personal book and like a school book. I've been using Audible to listen. I've literally been listening to like 4 hours of New Moon, literally straight. Like, I got in my car, I went to Goodwill, the entire way there I listened to it, the entire way back I listened to it. I literally got out of my car, plugged in my headphones, turned it on to walk up the stairs to my house. That's how like into this book I am. But we just got to the part where Bella is like left in her little depression, and like, since I've never read the books before, but I've seen the movies, I knew it was coming, but like I feel like the movies did a really, really good job of depicting exactly what Stephanie Meyer wanted to get across when she wrote that scene, if that makes sense. Yeah, so I'm really enjoying both of the books that I'm reading right now. New Moon is flying by. I mean, I'm 4 hours in and it's like an 11-hour audiobook. It's so good, so good. Okay, so I bought a limited edition version of Divine Rivals. Anyways, I'm obsessed. It's so good. I love it. I love it. I've been sitting here doing my schoolwork, and I realized I like never really finished this video. So that being said, I guess I should give like an update on the books that I mentioned in this video. I love, the thing that's so funny to me is how I talked about my fall TBR and literally read 0 of those books, except for the Twilight series. But we knew that was going to happen. Anyways, so Wild Eyes, I am about 3/4 of the way through, almost done with that. And the audiobook journey has been a fun one. Literally, I've never been more like entertained before. I don't know how to explain it, but like sometimes I get like really upset when I can't find the right music to listen to on Spotify. Never again. Because if that ever happens, I can just click my audiobook. I don't know, I'm really loving it. And it gives me like something to do when I'm like sitting and eating at work, or I'm on a break and I don't really want to be on my phone. I feel like my social media usage has gone way down because I'm content to just sit here and listen to an hour and a half of my audiobook. I wish that the plan I have wasn't so poopy, because it's like basically you pay a certain amount a month minus $16 a month, and you only get 1 credit a month, and with that credit you can buy an audiobook. So basically you're paying $15.99 for a book every month. But you also get access to the free library, which has some good books on there. So like you can kind of take that into account, but like there's not a lot. Yeah, that's where I am with that. I'm about 6 hours in to New Moon. I have like 2 or 3 hours left. That's my little update on this vlog. I hope you enjoyed, and I'm going to be posting another video probably next week. So